So if you're a knight, are you automatically a sir? Because you've been knighted, right?
Right.
But there are a lot of pages and shit too. I'm sorry, I'm getting into the semantics of knighthood.
What am I playing as? Oh god, I'm trying to play with Zelda controllers because that's what we've played for the past 6 hours. What am I even doing?
Oh no! I misspelled something.
How will the internet ever forgive you? Wow,
How will I ever forgive me?
I'm a little bit here. I feel like the majority of this is just me for like, oh yeah, shoes everywhere.
Oh, you got your ult.
What's my
It's
ult?
the rockets, you better pop it. Like, you get a pretty good range. Yeah, just fire. At a range, like, they kind of auto-aim a little bit, but they're also a little range. That guy's got a sniper, be careful. Or the charger is, I think, what it's called. Yeah, you can't squid over these grates. I don't know if you picked up on that.
Oh no.
I've fallen off the map a few times. Yeah, but you supported. Like, you were providing flank fire.
I was.
And that's what, oh, I've got to get out of here, I got to jump down. And then he jumped down, and that was the worst mistake he ever made. Honestly, if he had stayed up there, he'd probably killed you. It would have been fun.
Yeah,
he'd been fun. Your ult's up again.
I want to... Ooh, scared me.
I forgot that you've played video games before, and I'm treating you like an idiot. I'm sorry.
I'm just waiting for a solid opportunity. You know, like an actual enemy to do it.
We can see him through walls.
Oh, really? No! Stop! What is happening? Oh, it's the Joy-Con. I'm like, what is happening? You're standing up like an idiot.
Between the chaos of the Joy-Con, oh, there's your chance.
I mean, you know.
It worked. Best times.
Right, or something like that.
the sprite and the notification. Gee, where'd Zach retweet this?
Haha! Perfect! That's what I wanted to see happen. I love this. Splatoon is fun. Oh, what a joyous game.
I actually really do like it.
These fucking ledges, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they give me every time.
Oh, look,
A button
I'm
is jump. Or B button, I guess. A button via Xbox
Did
controllers.
you even kill that fucker?
I still think you may have won. I don't know. It's close. Oh, 42 to 49%. We did second best on your team.
Damn.
I feel like you can't have two rollers.
I hit continue again, so we can't switch our weapon out.
That's fine, play.
Cool.
You're good.
I do...
I feel like you can't have two rollers on your team. There's not enough, like... Because if the other team has guys that are good with their guns, they'll just wipe your roller out.
Oh, yeah.
And then, I mean, because you do need a roller, because they're the ones that cover the most ground. It sounds stupid, but I genuinely feel like this game has some finesse to it. Like, because it almost reminds me of a kid's game because of the way it looks.
Yeah.
But it definitely has, like...
There's definitely a competitive,
vibe to it.
Shit, what am I trying to say? I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, I agree with what you don't know you're trying to say wholeheartedly. I just like to put that out there.
Thank you.
No problem.
Nope. I can't figure out what I want to say.
It's okay.
Something about competitive.
You got like 5 hours sleep last night. No one's going to fault you on that. It definitely has, I mean, it's definitely built very competitively.
Yeah.
But it's still fun.
It's accessible.
Like, it's accessible. It is and it isn't. Like, I'm very frustrated with it. But I think that's because of the Joy-Con controls. and I'm not used to them yet. Like, I've played it one day.
Yeah.
Also, I just feel like I do like the Joy-Con, the whatever. Is it just the Joy-Con? Is that what it's called?
This is called the Joy-Con grip.
The Joy-Con grip.
Correct. So that's the plastic part that the Joy-Cons actually slide into.
Okay.
The individual. So I could like honestly, I could just take these out and I could just play Splatoon like this if I wanted to.
See, that's weird to me because like I use different parts of my fingers or like my palms and stuff to leverage things.
Yeah, I don't know if I
when I'm hitting buttons and trying to hit other buttons. Does that make any sense? I'm not explaining that well. I'm not explaining that well at all.
Well, just having the like this part right here, to where like your palms rest, it's completely different.
Yeah, well, and I have big hands, so like if I didn't have something to like put some room between the palm, like I'd just be like playing with my fat parts of these whatever this meaty bit of your palm is. I'd just be using the control stick with that. That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
It's a lot slower to get games this time. Last time I feel like it was really back to back.
I agree with that. But there's no option to just leave. Like you have to close the app out or the game out.
Yeah, and that sucks. So you can't just go back. Like right now, while we're waiting for players, we should be able to swap out our
loadout.
Yeah,
but you should also be able to be like, if you can't find a group or a set of players, you should be able to back out and try to find a different group. Yeah, there's literally nothing you can do.
I'm making noises though.
Oh, you are. I never noticed that.
And I thought it was better to back us out because the time ran out. So what's the point of the countdown if it doesn't do anything at the end? It just got down to 0, and then it was just like, oh, back to 125.
Right. How long's the Testfire supposed to be? Have we
just
already?
This weekend.
No, but time period, like minutes, hours, seconds.
Just 1 hour. 1 hour at a time. Yep.
When did it start? It started at 11?
Yep.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm definitely interested in it.
Oh yeah, I'll pick it up.
My big fear, with the Switch and with Nintendo is that Nintendo always has really fantastic first-party games, obviously, but you still need the third-party games to really make a system thrive, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm just worried it's going to go the way of the Wii, where it's like, oh, this is new and awesome, and then like a year later, everyone's got a Wii Fit board stashed under their couch somewhere.
Right.
I remember GameStop when we just had like a wall of Wii Fits, or what are the boards? The Wii Fit.
Yeah, the
board?
Wii Fit boards.
Yeah, just a wall of Wii Fit boards.
They're going for like $10.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Oh, those are the worst things that someone could trade in. Because someone trades in like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to trade this in. You're like, I can give you $2 for it. Like, okay, whatever. But then like you take a look at it, it's like all like orange and yellow, fucking nasty because their bare fucking feet have been sitting on it.
Dude, systems in general are like, you can really tell how disgusting someone lives based on the way their system it is. I can't tell you how many times I would get a PS3 or an Xbox. Well, the Xbox One really, because they're white. Or not one, 360. Yeah. Because they're white.
Oh yeah, you could always tell like when there's a smoker in the house.
They'd always do that weird yellow tinge. And then, you take the cover off and you take the sides off. Yeah. And it's just like...
It's disgusting.
Yeah. People just don't take care of their shit. And it blows me away that, you spend $200 on something and then you treat it like crap. You know what I mean?
Right.
Of course, you have people that have kids that they treat like crap, so... Wow. So let's talk about social issues while we play Splatoon.
Right.
No, but I do like Splatoon quite a bit actually. I'm surprised how much I like it. I thought I wasn't going to. I thought I was going to think it was stupid.
Oh shit! I thought I got it, but I didn't really.
Andy.
Right, Andy's this way.
Andy's this way. I don't. Okay, that's great.
The arrow doesn't even change. So.
Oh no, Andy's he's jumping to you. I think is what it's saying. So no, it's like telling you, hey, get out of the shit. Get out of the shit, man! Charlie's everywhere.
I've got a good system trading story. You might have been. I don't know if you were at the field one for this or not. So I have a guy come in. He brings in a whole duffel bag full of shit. He's like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to trade it in for. guess what? Catch. You know?
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of shit in this double. So I take a look. He's like, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in there. Just take what you can, and I'll take back the rest. Okay, cool, whatever. So I take it back because there's like systems in there. He's got like a Super Nintendo, like just a bunch of weird. Not weird, just like stuff that GameStop definitely doesn't take.
Doesn't take anymore.
Just,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. He's just like going through like a garage sale or something. Just fuck you. So anyways, like I'm going through this bag, and there's a box in there. I'm like, what is this box? So I pick it up.
Oh no.
It's a box of edible panties.
You have told me this story.
Okay.
I think I may have worked there when this happened. Oh, dude. Legit. But I wasn't at the store at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, carry on. Edible panties.
Yeah, like it was just super weird. And
how do you breach that conversation with somebody?
Oh, he's like, sorry, man, I forgot those were in there. And just kind of like laughed it off.
Yeah. Oh,
I should have just
revenge.
Yeah,
Revenge. Yeah, that's gonna make an interesting conversation.
Oh yeah.
I had a guy bring in like marijuana seeds. And he's like, hey man, can you read this for me? I don't have my glasses with me. And so I didn't realize what they were.
Yeah.
At first. And then I'm reading them, I'm like, oh, okay, that's what this is. I was like, yeah, here you go, man. And he's like, this is supposed to be some good shit. Talking to me, I was like, okay, have a nice day.
Okay.
It's like, what do you want me to say to you? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, yeah, can I get some or anything like that. It was just a weird conversation.
Like, why would you even try that?
Yeah. All right, is it my turn?
Yep, it's your turn. Make sure you go exit and don't continue.
My, like, holiday stories are always the best. Or people that, people that couldn't understand why we had to have an ID for, Grand Theft Auto 4 and that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, well, you know, you murder a bunch of people for starters.
Oh, yeah, I love carding people. Just because it was always like the fuck boys that would come in.
The fuck boys.
That they're like, I just need to get Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty. Cool, do you have your ID on you? Man, I'm old enough for this shit. I don't need a.
I'm old enough for this shit.
Right.
Generally speaking, if you have to tell someone you're old enough to play something, you're not old enough to play it.
So it's like, sorry man, I can't say this when I'm here. Man, fuck you. Alright man, like, I can buy this game, you know, whenever I want to. You're the one that has to fucking go home without it.
Yeah.
Tell me whatever you want to.
The Joy-Cons.
I'm getting paid right now.
Well, and the best thing is like when people used to get angry.
Yeah.
It's like, hey man, guess what? I didn't make the rules. Like, I just worked for it. Yep, I'm reloading and then.
Ooh, nice. I like that one actually. That was pretty good.
This is probably the best in my opinion.
Yeah, there's just a lot of assholes looking at GameStop. It was really frustrating at the time.
When I worked at Dayton too.
I'm sure Dayton as well. Huber was the nicest out of all of them. It got worse as it went along. Springfield was really bad.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Pickle was even worse.
The Springfield's asshole in there.
Right. Yeah, it's just the armpit of Ohio. Dude, no, Pick was the armpit of Ohio.
I'm getting really frustrated with this Joy-Con right now.
It just gets too simple.
Yeah. Look, I'm running away. I'm saving myself.
I had one guy in Springfield one time. I was like, do you want me to back that up for you today?
I'm not gonna hit your console.
No, you're good. I'm fine. So he just got like one game. I'm like, do you want me to back that up for you today? He's like, no, I want to bag it up myself. What the fuck you think? I was like, oh.
Okay.
Alright, so it's a pretty common question, I think.
Yeah.
Especially when it's just one game, like most people probably just want to walk out like, no man, I'm good.
The thing that always blew me away was new hires that didn't understand customer service whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
Or just in general, like I just don't understand people that don't understand how to be nice to people.
Yeah.
In customer service. It's like okay.
Like that lady at McDonald's last night. Like that was awful. Like,
what did she say? She got
order whenever you're ready or something like that, or
yeah, well, she said that, and we're like, okay, we're just looking. Yeah. And then she goes, go ahead.
Yeah. I was like,
that's what she said. She said, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just like,
okay, well, we said we just need time. Like, you can't work in a customer service industry and not know how to treat customers.
Yeah, at the same time,
I feel
it's McDonald's.
Yeah, I get it. Like, you're probably not being paid all that much, and you're working, like, it was the late shift. Like, it sucks. I get it. But that doesn't excuse you, that doesn't give you a reason to treat people like shit.
Right.
But I think it's always surprising when I feel like most of the people that are assholes to customer service employees are the ones that have never worked customer service before. Like, since I've worked retail and now I'm working customer service.
Right.
Wait, did you already play 2?
I played 1.
Play 2.
I'm so angry. Go ahead.
I feel like it's just different when you've worked in the industry. So
I'd like to agree with you, but some people are just assholes.
Yeah.
And there's no getting around it.
Like, especially, like, or if we go out to eat and, I understand, like, hey, man, it's not your fault that, my food came out cold. We went to Condado the other night. We waited there for an hour, and by the time our food came out, like, it was cold. I'm like, that's fucking shitty. So he came around like, hey, man, how's it going? I'm like, it's all right, man, but, our food came out cold. He's like, oh, you want me to go make it again? No, like, we've been waiting an hour. I just wanted to let you know. He's like, okay, well, let me see what I can do. Like, cool, man. Like, it's not your fault. You're not the one that, like, cooked it up or, like, had it sitting back there or whatever.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you, like, making an effort to make it right.
And I mean, I've been the angry customer a few times before. And it's just like, sometimes you're just pissed. Like, maybe you had a bad day, too. And
right.
that lumps on to itself. It just compounds. And then, like, my local GameStop is an example. They've got an SGA there. And she's super rude. Oh. And, so, you worked under Terry.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever met Ken, but Ken was pretty professional.
Okay.
And, like, they were having a problem with their machine. And she even said this is, like, the 4th gift card we've not been able to process today. She gave me the card back and said, if you call the help number on the back, they'll be able to help you. And I was at first, like, it took me a couple seconds to think about it and just go, why the fuck am I calling? And I didn't say why the fuck, but I looked at her and said, I'm sorry, if there's a problem with your machines, why am I calling customer service?
Right. Why are you trying to redirect the issue? Like, just say what the issue is. Like, hey, our card readers are down, the gift card system's down, whatever. But don't try and, like, just deflect the issue.
Well, and on top of that, her manager's a guy that I worked with under Ken, and he's like a good store manager. And it just blew me away because I'm like, Keith would never, ever do that. So I went in the next day and I was like, hey, Keith, man, I'm not going to give you a bad report or anything. I'm not going to give you a bad review on the receipts at the bottom. But I thought you might want to know about this, so you can talk to him about it. He goes, no, man, that's fine. Man, sometimes I just want resolution, though. And I know I'm an asshole for, like, going and talking to the manager. Why am I bad? Oh, my God. Please take it. Please, for the love of God, take it. Ooh!
Yeah. We get.
I'm gonna keep blaming that controller, by the way.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's too small. I just can't handle it. Anyway, go ahead.
We get that shit all the time. Like, so we work at the call center. And a lot of times people call in thinking that we are the store. Because sometimes.
Right.
It's so at the stores it's a sales position, so it's commission based.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get things like, yeah, they sold me this tablet, but I didn't really need it, but I took it anyways, and now I'm in contract for 2 years. Like. Okay, well, I understand that, but, you signed the paperwork, like, we have it on file, your signature signing this 2-year contract. Well, they
Contract's a contract.
Right. Like, well, they didn't really disclose it to me and all this stuff, so we end up being the middleman.
Yeah, but you signed it.
Yeah.
Whether you disclose it, the paperwork's there. It's and I know that's wrong, like, you should be able to go into a business
and not feel like you're
being cheated or being upselled.
Yeah.
But you gotta read shit. Or you gotta know
your part.
Exactly, and because no one else is watching.
Yeah.
But
like how she was deflecting the issue, like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to call the customer service number. We get that shit all the time, like all the time, because you have activation fees whenever you add a new line, right? Or upgrade fees.
Right.
Every time in the store, 9 times out of 10 they're like, oh yeah, we can't waive that here, but if you call customer service, they can take care of that for you. No, we can't. Like, we have the ability to put in credits, but there's no reason to waive it. Like, it's not like there's a promotion that's going on and she missed that on or anything like that. You're just telling us you can get the sale now and try and have us clean up your mess later.
Right. I had the similar problem with Verizon. I switched to Verizon Oh, you got the super blaster. Like, it moves super slow. I don't like it, I don't think. Like, I don't know, if you wind it up properly. Maybe. Anyway.
If you had, like, a good amount of people in.
Yeah. I had a promotion that I bought. There was one of the buy one get one with the newer Verizon phones, and there was this whole hubbubaloo or whatever where like my promotion didn't go through.
Yeah.
And so I ended up having to go to the store in order to get copies of the receipts. Right. Like, well, you can do this online. I was like, I understand that. I wasn't sure where to go and everything, so can you like help me out here? They're like, well, we can't do that in the store. And so I called my buddy who works at Verizon, and I was talking to him, I was like, is that BS? He goes, yeah, it's BS. Yeah. You just go back in there and tell them they can. Yeah. And I was like, okay, and I did, and they was like, sir, no, we can't. I was like, okay, hang on a second. I got my friend on the phone, and yeah, like they work in the same district. He's like, hey man, it's Adam. Do this. And yeah. It's just Adam Garvin.
I don't know.
He works in Huber. Anyway, long story short, that was the situation. It's like, it's exactly what you're saying. People are like, oh, we can shove this off on customer service or whatever.
And it sucks, because I feel like that's all we do is clean up messes. Yeah. Like, it's constantly just like, oh yeah, the store told me this. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not true. Well, what are you going to do to make it right? I don't know, you weren't overcharged, so there's nothing really for me to fix. You know, like, nothing really happened other than you saw, what is this? Oh, pizza guy.
Is he here?
Hello? Hi.
Looks like I'm playing.
Yeah, we're in the Grafton Park complex. Are you already there?
Hi. How are you? Oh shit, am I the sniper still? No, I've got the twin shooters. Did I select that or did he? I think he selected that. Oh, it'll work out. Alright, so they got that. And he's gonna be up using his ultimate ability in about 5 seconds. So the squid only works like if you have paint on the ground. And actually the Joy-Con is not letting me even hit the left. There we go. And now it's not moving. Dude, this is annoying. Of course I get that and then I die. So the stupid Joy-Con controller is just like, the left one is desyncing. And so half the time I'm trying to move in a direction and then it starts to, like, it lags out and I just keep moving in that direction. Oh shit. I didn't see that guy. See, like I can't, there we go. Like the right one works just fine. So I can control oh, there we go. Like I can kind of control the way I'm looking. But like right now, I'm just moving in a direction. And I'm not very good at this game anyway, let's be real here, folks. I don't know if I like that way of reloading. It's kind of cool. Like, it's really unique, and I like that. I'm down with the unique. I'm trying to all of nobody. Well, you know, like, you forget that, like, at one time I had, like, 150 followers. On, Twitch. That's when I played, like... horror games, and oh my god,
I made that logo.
I still have it. Like that's on my thing. Like I will use that logo if I get a chance. I want to start streaming again. It's just a simple matter of, dude, Jesus Christ, this thing is unplayable. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be bitchy about your controller. It just...
Oh, I'm bitchy about my controller, so it's completely understandable.
It's just frustrating. Because, I mean, I'm not really great at it. Oh. Hi, Ratchet Trachy. What? Ratchet Rachi? Rachi?
Yeah.
Ratchet Rachi?
Yep. Well, yeah, Ratchet Rachi.
Okay.
That's who that is.
I don't know who's that.
Rachel, my friend.
Okay, cool.
Ratchet.
Ratchet Tachi? I don't know. I fucking don't know. Hello, how are you? What was I saying? I can't remember. It wasn't important. Is the pizza guy here?
Oh yeah, the pizza's there. Put it on the oven.
Okay, cool. I'll eat in a moment.
Yeah.
Nothing is as unattractive as watching me eat on stream.
Hey, we'll just switch over to the social eating section of Twitch and
Oh yeah, and feed each other.
Oh no. Oh, that just gave me chills.
Yeah, I bet it did. Oh, not in a good way.
Yeah, not the good
kind.
Okay.
Okay.
Not the good kind.
Not the good kind of chills, Zach. I was gonna say something, I can't remember what it was. Oh, but like, I'm trying to get used to the game, and I can't even get used to the game. Because it's like, I'll be running, and then like, all of a sudden I'm running the same direction, and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? So, yeah, that's really frustrating. And it's probably skewing my experience. And even Zelda's really frustrating with it. But I feel like it happens more with this, and maybe it's because it's more intense, so your hands are more like... You had mentioned that one of the reports you said it depended on how you held your hands?
Yeah, I read something where they said, like, it's actually like the way that you hold it is covering one of the sensors. I don't know how true that is because
it was on the internet for starters.
Right. And I feel like from what I saw, the fix was only like a cube of conducting foam.
Okay.
Something like that. So I don't know what that really did, but apparently it fixes it.
It's crazy what will fix things. Like those old Red Ring 360s. A couple of was it nylon washers where the heatsink was? Yeah, it's fixed. It's done. Well, that was one of the major issues. Yeah. Where what would happen is the glue, like it would heat up, the glue would get loose, and the heatsink was too tight or something. I don't remember exactly, but it would like lift up off of there, and so it would overheat. And all you had to do is apply new thermal paste.
Yeah,
and
people would try and fix that shit all the time.
Yep, and then throw on a couple of those nylon washers to give it a little bit of space or something like that.
Just in case. And
so it wouldn't constrict. I can't remember why. I'm kind of remembering and kind of BSing all at one time. So no, it works.
So we're the.
Well, I think there's a guy to your left. No, he was getting shot at by him.
Move!
Oh, right. So, I don't know if you've noticed, it shoots you back to where you were when you started.
I just noticed that.
Oh, bitch!
Bitch!
Sorry, I'm a bad influence.
No!
Oh. Papa bless.
Papa bless.
That dude's too funny.
He's fucking awesome.
I don't even know his name. Like, I just see little bits here and there on him on Facebook. Or not Facebook, Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
And Reddit. Which I try to stay off Reddit as much as possible.
So our neighbor introduced us to him last E3. Because we did like this big, we had all the days off for E3 and we were just like streaming nonstop. So it was really fun. We met up one of our neighbors. We were just like walking from taking out the trash, and he was like out on his balcony. They're like, "Hey, you guys want to come up and have a beer?" We're like, "Okay, cool," because we don't really know any of our neighbors, so that was kind of cool.
So I'd never do that, but go on.
Right. So I mean, it was different, but we're like whatever.
No, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like they're really nice, and found out he's a gamer, so we were like, "Yeah, man, we're streaming E3 if you want to come by." He's like, "Yeah, I'll do that, man." So he just came over, and while E3 was down. Not down, but
DDoS or whatever.
No, just while it wasn't
Oh!
Like while there aren't any panels.
Yeah, you heal in the ink too.
It's really hard to like tell a story and play a competitive.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm getting excited for you and talking and. Hunter. The great purple hunter. Oh, he's coming for you. Oh, you got him!
Did I?
But someone did.
I think I got the assist on that.
Yeah, there was an assist. An assist was made.
An assist was he came over and we were watching videos in between.
Yeah.
And he showed us H3H3, and he wasn't like super big at the time, but it was right. I think it was right when he got big because it was right after the Vape Nation video. Vape Nation, y'all.
See, I've not like seen anything.
Oh man, you should. We'll watch some videos once this is over, while we're eating pizza and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude's funny as hell, and he talks about some good issues too, like that one we watched last night about the internet privacy thing.
No, and that's what I like. I've seen a couple of his videos about that. Like I saw him talk about how they're getting sued.
Oh yeah.
And I saw him talk about. Did he talk about the whole PewDiePie thing?
Yeah, he talked about PewDiePie. He hasn't talked about JonTron yet, which is interesting because him and John are pretty good friends.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. They did videos. Back when Ethan lived in New York. Hey, y'all. We were doing that shit. I showed Rachel and Gloria that video before we went to DC in January. We were doing that like the whole trip, just like. He's a good guy. He's really funny. I'm glad that he speaks out. Like, he talks about things that not a lot of other people talk about, I feel like. Like, he's got, like, the funny side. Yeah. He also, like, makes good points about, like, this is kind of a shitty thing.
Oh, 100%. Like, I really respect guys that do that.
Yeah.
Especially guys that are, like, have grown to be kind of big. Like, right. I disagree with what JonTron's saying, but... And, mind you, JonTron's not nearly as big as Ethan. Right?
No, I think they're.
You think so?
I think they're both around 3 million.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Well, what I was trying to say though is, I think even when I disagree with someone, I think it's. I'm trying to think of a way to say this, but basically, I think it's good when people put their chest out there, or their neck out there, and they speak what they think. Whether I agree with it or not, because I do like the idea of a free idea marketplace, like we were talking about last night.
Sure.
I disagree with a lot of what people say.
Correct.
But like, even if you're like, you say something simple, you can get the whole internet horde after you, you know what I mean?
Right. Like, there's probably going to be an internet attack video against you after this stream goes on.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%, 100%.
So,
I don't fucking care. Like,
you can't control these jets, can you? Like, it just kind of does whatever.
I think you can control the direction you're going in, yeah?
Like, as far as height.
Oh, no, you can't.
Whatever.
You cannot.
So, I'm kind of torn. Like, you know, freedom of speech is important for sure. But when what you're saying directly hurts other people, I think that like, you have to draw a line somewhere. Like, you can't go... Now I'm getting...
Eric is falling over, and he's gonna die too, I think. No, I get what you're saying.
Like, you can't go around and say, you know, we need to cleanse this nation of all these, you know, Jewish people and Muslim people. Like, you can't say, like, at that point, I feel like you've basically you haven't lost your freedom of speech, but like you've lost any sort of.
Well, that's why. Go ahead, sorry.
Merit?
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. That's why I say the idea of a free market of ideas, because it's right, like what we were saying last night. Like, the stupid people can say what they want, and their ideas are just going to get left in the dust. Or, you know, that small group of other stupid people are going to agree with it. But most people are going to see that and go, oh, these guys are morons. Right. And they'll just, like, you know... And that's why I do like sometimes the internet when it bands together. Like with what Ethan was talking about last night, with the whole, you know, a bunch of rich white politicians that have no fucking clue what's going on in the world.
If they're gonna, put our internet history on the market, we're gonna do the same thing with theirs.
Exactly.
We're gonna band together. We're gonna, pay, we're gonna start a GoFundMe, crowdfund, to, dig up their internet history and, talk about all this. What do you call it? Vomit midget porn?
Yeah, that's what he called it.
He said.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure you'll get all kinds of votes once your voters see the kind of shit that you're searching on Google.
Right. I firmly believe, and
free market's great because if you have this idea like, hey, I'm gonna open up a restaurant, but I'm not gonna serve Jewish people. Well, you're gonna go out of business because no one's gonna support that.
People are gonna vote with their dollar, essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think
that's why and this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but that's why, like, I don't even know if you remember that bakery in Indiana.
That didn't serve
a gay couple or whatever.
Right.
I think that's terrible, and I think it's wrong. But it's a private business, and I think, okay, well, if that's how it's going to be, that's going to be. But then we as a people, and this is where we as a people get involved, don't respond negatively, like in name calling and in hateful ways, but respond with our dollar and say, okay, take the power away from them. You know what I mean? Yeah. That being said, I don't know. I'm trying to be level-headed is what I'm trying to be there, because I can go from here to here very quickly and say, well, fuck those guys, but burn the fucking place down.
Right.
Like, we don't need people like that. Crucify. And then but you, like, things snowball.
Exactly.
That's an extreme example.
No, I'm really torn on it too, because no place should discriminate.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what was the example my friend told me? Like, does a Jewish bakery have the right to refuse a Nazi? If they came in to, like, buy some bread or whatever.
Yeah, 100%.
So
I think as a private business, you're allowed to reserve.
Right, so that's the whole thing of behind the free market. You have the right to refuse people like that. So
but
if you don't,
at what point is it a hate crime?
Exactly.
Because if an African American guy comes in and I'm like, I'm not going to serve you, it's like, why? And it's like, well, you're black.
Right.
I mean, at what point?
Like,
and that's when people are like, well, being gay is a choice. And it's like, well, being an asshole is a choice. But you're still being an asshole there.
Right.
And not that I'm saying being gay is a choice. I'm not saying that at all.
No.
Just saying that guy's being an asshole.
I got the sarcasm.
Okay, gotcha.
I didn't.
Because I don't believe that's a choice. And it's like, I was talking to my, who was it? My mother-in-law, I think. I probably shouldn't even say that. I was talking to talking to a person.
Talking to a person.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Fuck! You saw what I was gonna do
sorry,
too.
Dude. Yeah, no, it was coming.
Yeah.
You were gonna lay down hellfire, hell hate on that person. I was talking to a member of my family, and I've completely lost my train of thought. Shit.
I like that you can see in some conversations.
Yes, I do like that actually quite a bit. It's like the more we play, the more I'm starting to like this game. It just, I don't know, the controller really upsets it. I can't remember what I was going to say, and it was a good point. It was a good point, and you'd have been like, wow, that's an excellent thought, Zach. That is sound and proverb and I don't know, man.
Correct.
I don't know. Like, I'm a big fan of the freedom of speech. You know what I mean? And you got to be careful at what point you start saying, well, you can't talk about that.
Yeah.
Because then that's a slippery slope, I think.
Yeah.
But there are certain things that have to be categorized as hate speech.
Yeah.
And we have to understand. Oh, I was talking to my mother, a person. I was talking to a person about the idea that being transgender, is a fad. Like, no, and this is something I've heard on a couple different cases. You got to remember, I come from a very Republican background, very religious background. The idea that, well, that's like being gay and being, transgender and being different is very popular now. And so obviously, I'm not agreeing with any of this.
No.
But obviously, they're doing it just to fit in and stuff. And like, I'm just like, I'm sorry, but I went to high school.
Yeah.
Like, I went to public school for a while. I mean, I did go to private school for some time, but I went to private public school, and like, no one is just openly going, I'm trans. Like, no one wants,
safe.
no one feels safe. You're right. It's not a being popular thing, because the second you come out as transgender or even gay,
you got a target on your back.
You got a target on your back. Now, I hope that we're transitioning to a different world with that, a more accepting world. But I do worry a little bit. Not that it's a fad thing, but I worry about the lasting effects of. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that. Never mind. It's just I do have some different opinions, but I also like to think that they're. I don't know. I worry about the lasting effect of like hormone changes and stuff on a teenager. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I don't know. I worry about that kind of thing. As a parent, I have 3 kids, and so these are the kind of things I think about. But at the same time, like if Atlas came to me and said, "Hey, Dad, listen, mind you, he's like 13 or something, or whatever." He's like, I feel like maybe I'm not. I don't know how the conversation goes, but he tells me that he maybe thinks he's transgender, or he feels like he's transgender, everything else. I would never like bat that aside ever.
Right.
Never even think about it. And like I assume they have specialists like doctors or psychologists or whatever, or therapists. Therapist is the word I'm looking for, that you can talk to about that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Not saying that like, oh, if you're transgender, you have mental issues. No. But it's like, it's a major process, and obviously something's going on if physically you're a male, but you feel like a female. You know what I mean? And so I would definitely seek that out.
It's hard to come to terms with that, because I'm sure, like, just with that going through your mind, you're like, I'm sure a lot of people feel like, what's wrong with me? So I feel like it's good to have those resources to where you can like talk about those feelings and really.
Is that a Gatling gun?
Oh, that is. That looks sweet.
Yeah. So I don't. But the person I was talking to, and I said that to the person I was talking to, and I said, I'll go every step of the way and seek medical help and stuff. And if at the end of the day, we talk to the expert and they're like, yeah, no, we think that, because I'm not a doctor. We think that hormonal therapy is a good thing, and that's a way to go, and everything else, and that it's not gonna, if they ever want to transition back or what have you or anything like that, there won't be any lasting effects or anything. That's fine. I just worry about like the fact that you can't. I don't know. I worry about over medicating things, because when I was a teenager, it was depression medication and ADD stuff, or at least for me it was, and it was like at 13, I would, and mind you, my dad had died. But at 13, I was on antipsychotics for bipolar stuff, but like stuff like a 13-year-old should never be on.
Right.
Like a 13-year-old, that where I was. There are some 13-year-olds, I'm sure. But like I've told doctors about that now, or even like a doctor I had when I was 16 versus the one I had when I was 13. He's like, well, you were on what? Like, it's just ridiculous kind of thing. And I worry about over medicating. Not that I'm saying. I'm getting off topic. I'm rambling now. Anyway, I don't know, man. Oh, but I was telling the person about that. Like I would talk out. I would go through the steps and figure out what was going on and figure out what was best for them. And it would be hard for me because that's my little boy. You know what I mean? That's Atlas. That's my firstborn son. He's my boy, and it would be a big transition. But what's more important is his happiness and him being comfortable in who he is.
Right.
Not what I want him to be. That's a surefire way to fail it. And said person was just like, I wouldn't even give it the time of day. I wouldn't even. And it's like, well, that's why
really...
you're a bitch. Like, I didn't say that. That's why you're a cunt. No, I didn't say that. And excuse that language. I'm sorry. The person is totally those things, though. And no one likes them. And they don't understand why.
No,
and it's
like just at its at its base level, no one should make decisions for anybody else.
Oh, is that Mike? Is that your buddy Mike? Is that his name? Will?
Oh no, that's Will. Yeah,
that's Will. Will, Splatoon, because he asked me what I gave it.
Oh, out of 10?
Out of 10,
it's hard to say because it's not an open. Like it's just like a really entry level, because you can tell like there's not a lot of maps, there's not a lot of weapons. As far as how fun it was really fun. I wish we would have gotten the tutorial. There's still a lot that I feel like we don't know how to do. I'd probably say right now, 7 out of 10. Like, I had fun with it. I just wish I knew more.
I would agree with that.
And
I would agree with that.
It's still
I think it can be like an 8 or a 9 out of 10 easily. And I try to be a little more. I'm not a person that looks at a game and goes, "I don't like this." Like because you spend $60 on a godforsaken.
I'm gonna make myself like this.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I go to the movies and I spend like $25 on popcorn and soda and a ticket. It doesn't matter what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna like that movie.
Oh yeah,
and so video games are like that.
I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
How can you leave a movie?
I don't, and plus I don't hate things. Like I enjoy things. I try to enjoy the things I play.
There were very few movies, like just kind of on the movie side. There were very few movies that I'm just like, that was horrible.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it wasn't bad. Like I enjoyed the 2 hours that I spent watching that.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2 hours. I'll never get back. I don't know. I don't do a lot of movies. It's a poor example, but games very much. It's like I love all games. I'm just a gamer, and so. But Splatoon, it's a beautiful game. I love the art style. It's really cool.
It's really fun.
The music is fun.
Yeah, music's fun. I like the characters. Like, characters are really, like, crazy and everything.
Part of me wants to give it a 5.
Out of 10?
Yeah. And the reason being is because the fucking controller. It's that goddamn controller.
Yeah.
And, like, but it's not that. It's not the game's fault.
The game.
Honestly, I would give the game an 8. Based on the fact that it is it's a test. It's like a server test. You have limited access to everything. And what you were given, but what you're given, I think, is a lot of fun.
If this is any indication as far as what the real game's going to be like, I think it's going to do great.
Oh yeah.
Like it'll. I think it could easily be, like you said, a 9 out of 10. I'm excited to see like that Gatling gun right there, like that. Like that looks fun as hell. I want to see how that works.
Yeah, the aiming does feel a little like too. You ever play a first-person shooter with an accelerated mouse?
No.
It's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
And you should always turn off mouse acceleration when you play any kind of game.
Sure.
But like sometimes the way the view or the right stick and the view works and the aiming, it feels like there's acceleration. Okay. Like when you turn, it feels like you're turning too much. And that's even having turned the sensitivity down.
Yeah, we did turn the sensitivity down quite a bit.
But I think maybe what would help me is, and this is going to sound stupid like I'm complaining, but like these little thumbsticks come up barely at all.
Yeah.
And they're not long, there's barely any play in them. There's not a lot of range of motion.
Sure.
So you can't get a lot of
I think
4 hours of sleep is not enough to really rate a game. But I don't know, like I feel like a normal size controller would make me feel better. But I'm being nitpicky also.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be critical of it, but I think it's a great game.
What about you, Will? I don't know if you're still here.
Will, if you're still listening, what would you... He got tired of listening to us talk about how hard it is to be... for us. I don't know. Whatever. I'm being an asshole now. Yeah, I like it. I like Splatoon.
Yeah.
I think the Switch is a great concept. Like the idea that you're portable.
Yeah.
And then you're in the... You just slam it down and you're playing a game on TV.
This is going to be perfect for Mario Kart.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You take the Switch anywhere, you automatically, you have 2 controllers.
It is it's almost like it was built for Mario Kart.
It was built around Mario Kart. Like, just being able to go anywhere, the airport especially, just sitting around, oh yeah, man, let's do a couple reps around Mario Kart. What do you say?
Oh, he said, I'm here. What's the question?
Oh, what did you think
What did you think of Splatoon 2? What was your out of 10? That was the question. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see, I'm obviously excited to see Mario Kart. I'm excited to see... Have they shown anything about, a Mario game?
Super Mario Odyssey. It's a Super Mario Galaxy style, just like another 3D Mario where you have, different worlds and stuff.
Right.
Looks cool. I mean, they always look cool. He can throw his hat this time. It seems like it's built around hats.
Interesting.
So he throws his hat, and then he can also jump on his hat.
I've played Majora's Mask.
Right. Seems cool. There's real people in there, which is kind of weird. Real people that are modeled after real people, but Mario still looks like Mario. So like
other human beings.
Other human beings that are not Mario shaped. Realistic people.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry, it's very strange because you see these real people someone that's probably 6 foot.
You've got Mario. It's me.
Right. So 6 foot regular average Joe guy, then 3 foot Mario that's chubby and high def. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know. I'm very excited to see what Nintendo does with this because they do have those first party games that are just fantastic. You know, like I haven't seen a good Kirby game in a while.
Yeah. Oh.
And this is like, it's another thing. It's like this would be a great Smash Brothers
Crystal Shards.
console.
Kirby 64 Crystal Shards.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever played that one.
Best Kirby game I've ever played.
I played what's the Yarn one? Is that
Epic Yarn? I've heard really good things. I never got around to it. Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Crystal Shards was the one you had like all these. Like you have the powers like you do in other Kirby games, but you could like mix them around and stuff.
My throat's getting dried out.
Like you could mix electric with the cutter, and if you combine them, you got like this double-bladed lightsaber like Darth Maul. And it was like right after Phantom Menace came out. It was fucking sweet.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool though.
It was cool just like mixing up the powers and stuff.
Man, Phantom Menace. When I was a kid, I loved that movie.
Yeah.
And then you grow up a little bit, you're like,
so
I shouldn't be allowed to have opinions about things.
So I'm the odd one out because I'm like I will watch any Star Wars movie. I'll watch 1 through 6, 1 through 7 at this point, and not have any issue. Yeah, a Done Right Star Fox.
Ooh.
So me and Trey were talking about this. A Star Fox Adventure was one.
Speaking of which,
yeah, Trey's here.
Hello.
Hey, Trey.
We went through.
Trey.
This isn't Trey. Oh shit, we're getting robbed.
Well, who was Trey?
on stream.
Right, on stream.
Yeah.
This will give us all kinds of viewers.
Yeah, we'll post on Reddit.
Oh, we're getting swatted right now.
Dude,
Get on the ground.
that's
Get on the
scary.
ground.
That's
yeah, that
scary.
shit is scary. If someone just busted in the door right now, get on the fucking ground. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably
get on the fucking ground.
Yeah, I'd probably get on the fucking ground.
I don't know, man. Yeah, dude, a Star Fox would be great. I love a good Star Fox. My brother's actually building an indie game that's like very Star Fox-esque.
Nice.
Yeah, he showed it to me. It's really impressive.
That's cool.
Like that's what he goes to school for, though. Like he codes and shit, and he's got it all down. I think it's last year's next year.
Chocolate chip.
No, Starbucks has a new peanut butter cup. Cookies.
Oh
Cookies
shit.
like
Yup.
I'll set that over here.
And then you got Pokemon, Fire Emblem.
Pokemon Stars apparently is coming out.
Is that on Switch?
So the rumors are like
I saw they had a posting for a Pokemon game for the Switch.
Right, and the rumor is because you have Pokemon Moon and Stars, or sorry, Pokemon Moon and what?
He said I'd call the police. If we get swatted, he's like, I'd call the police.
Stars is supposed to be a port, so it's just a console port of
Sun and Moon.
So hopefully better graphics.
I play that though.
Yeah, I definitely play it.
I mean,
without a doubt, the thing I want the most is Animal Crossing. The Switch is built for Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Being able to, the DS version of Animal Crossing, the very first one. So not New Leaf, Wild World. That's what it was called. That was like perfect. You just take your town anywhere, play it, because the console one was cool, but you could only play it at home. So like if you're at work all day, you can't really play at specific hours, which kind of sucks.
Cool. Don't worry about it.
I got you, man.
I have a friend, or had a friend.
Yeah, no.
That his mom was like this. She was German Baptist, which is pretty close in a lot of ways to Amish in a weird way. They're quite different, but at the same time very strict usually. And her son introduced her to Animal Crossing, and like she went ham. Like that's all she did was play Animal Crossing in her free time. And she goes, "Can I show?" And I've never played Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I gotta own up. I know what it is. I know Tom Nook's an asshole, but I've never played it. And she's like, "Can I show you my thing?" Because she knew I was a gamer. And she's like, "Show me." And his dad was sitting in the room. He goes, "How long do you think she spends on this?" I was like, "I don't know. You tell me." And he goes, "She's at least spent 60, 70 hours on this easily."
Wow.
And then I think if I remember correctly, like you could see her save file. And yeah, 100%. But yeah, I think that's great. That's what I love about games.
Yeah.
Is like if you're not old fashioned, or even if you are old fashioned, you're open minded. You can experience something new. But that's what I love about all art forms, though. That's why I like books.
Yeah.
Is because it takes you and it puts you in a new place and a new experience. And games is just a little more interactive, and I don't know.
There's a really good story out there, like one of those Tumblr stories. It's this guy and his mom. Like they would play. Like he kind of got his mom into Animal Crossing. This was on the GameCube.
Yeah.
So like he would play. Had a lot of fun with it. Kind of got his mom playing a little bit too in the same town. And then, eventually, moved on from GameCube, but she kind of kept playing. It was just kind of something for her to do. But she got really sick, and ended up passing away.
That's rough.
So like years later, he decides to like fire up the GameCube, go to this town, and he finds like all these letters and shit from his mom, like sending him all these like gifts with like nice letters and stuff with it.
That's
like,
hard, man.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, like really cool, like just that you had that connection in a video game with someone that you love.
Well, and that's what video games can be now. Like, there's more to it. Like, I don't know, man.
It's not a waste of time. It sucks when I don't know. It's not a waste of time. It's just like going to the movies or reading a book.
It's like anything else.
It
can be a waste of time if you just like all you do is play games and you don't fulfill your responsibilities.
Yeah.
But you have bigger problems than games. The games aren't the issue. You're the issue.
Yeah.
And that's come from someone who is the issue.
Right.
Like, but yeah, no, 100%.
Like you were talking earlier, how games help problem solving.
Oh, 100%.
Or like I remember when I was a kid, like how easy some of these spelling tests were, or just picking up on context clues just because you read it in a game. Just little things like that.
And like mythology and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like
you're
things
like, oh yeah,
that
I know all about this shit.
Exactly. It's like Final Fantasy VII, man.
Yeah.
I don't know how many words are in Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, but I've read them a couple of times.
Right.
It's like, huh?
Oh, sorry, not the cat.
She looks like really sad.
Oh, and like reading makes you better at reading. Like that's just how it is. Like doing anything makes you better at doing that thing. What's up, pussycat?
He's famous now.
Trying to save that.
Gonna be famous?
You gonna be famous? Trey, what do you want to do, man?
Oh yeah. How about eat some pizza?
I've been. Trevor's had me slaving away, getting highly in shape. Actually, you got that, but getting shrines and all kinds of crap today.
Yeah.